So, y'all, there go Gloria. Remember her, former Fulton County detention officer at Fulton County Jail. And there go Frank Hubbard. Okay, so he's the inmate that allegedly runs the Fulton County Jail. How do we know? Because now it's an investigation. This is the fourth story I brought to you within the past week and a half about Fulton County Jail. Don't forget Kawana, the other detention officer who was charged because of inappropriate behavior with the inmate. Y'all are bringing the spotlight to the jail, so now they're doing an open investigation and heads are rolling. And unfortunately, it's going to be the women's heads.
Well, a group of inmates piled on one vulnerable prisoner, with the detention officer watching it all take place. Fortunately, this victim was not sustained in any kind of a serious injuries. But when you see what we learned from the court documents, it could have been a whole lot worse.
Unlocking cells and allowing other persons in custody to attack different people. Wow.
A jail monitor's report of misconduct by a Fulton officer seems so bizarre. We've tried to uncover every detail about the alleged actions of Gloria Franklin that, if true, not only violates policy, but is also a violation of the law. Back in February, an inmate identified as Frank Hubbard was the one handing out orders to Officer Franklin instead of the other way around. A jail beatdown was about to take place. Court documents describe the actions of the inmate as he walks to the call box and tells Detention Officer Franklin to open the Zone 200 door. Detention Officer Franklin opens the door of Zone 200, and inmate Frank Hubbard walks out.
Absolutely not. To tell a officer through the intercom to open the door so they can have free access to another zone is totally incompetent and illegal.
Hubbard is handed an object that looks like this, a homemade weapon, shank, and puts it in his waistband, according to the court documents. Now, in another zone, Hubbard and others jump a prisoner. That vulnerable inmate is stabbed, punched, and kicked. Officer Franklin is present and even has a conversation with Hubbard. Sheriff's investigators wrote, "At no time during any of the assaults did Detention Officer Franklin attempt to protect inmate, nor did she request any assistance from additional officers to control the situation." Charles Rambo is a law enforcement instructor.
I would have been upset then, and I'm upset about it now as a retired lieutenant.
Now, one of the things that Sheriff Pat Labatt did, of course, after firing this prisoner, firing the officer, he also slapped her with the prosecution a number of charges, including tampering with evidence. What she tried to do was pick up some cleaner and then try to clean up the blood that was on the floor. Reporting from Northeast Atlanta, I'm Morris Diggs, Fox 5 News.